Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. And today I want to share with you guys another great product by a company called Wyze. And Wyze is a company that I've worked with in the past, and I just think they make really great products. They're kind of a little bit of a confusing company because a lot of times when you have smart home tech companies, they generally make just smart home tech. With Wyze, they make a little bit of everything, kind of like a Fat Cat Collection YouTube channel, right? So they're coming out with any kind of products that they think there's a market for. And what's great about this company is, from my understanding, is that the owner of the company or the founder of the company is an old Amazon employee. So he's taken a lot of the know-how and knowledge that he's learned with marketing and, of course, with products, and started his own brand. And again, the brand is called Wyze. It's W-Y-Z-E. And if you guys have looked at my other videos, I'm a huge fan of this company. Not just because they've sent me products and because, I mean, free stuff is always great, right? But the product I'm going to share with you guys today is not free. I actually bought this product. And, they just make, they're like Invicta. They give you a lot of bang for your buck. You can spend a lot of money on smart bulbs, smart plug sockets, and I've reviewed many different types of those kinds of products on the channel. And this today is basically a workout tracker. It's like a activity tracker, kind of without using the term Fitbit. It's kind of what Fitbit kind of coined that terminology for these devices. And this is the box right here. So it's a fitness tracker, it's a activity tracker, and a smart home assistant in one. The great thing about this is that this runs you $24.99 plus shipping. So 30 bucks, get this to your door. I got a great deal right now with, I believe it was on special for Prime Day, but don't quote me on that. I did have a credit, so I kind of forget whether it was a Prime thing or an Amazon Prime credit, but either way, I put $10 towards it, and this is a fantastic device. Now, I have had smartwatches over the years, and you guys know I'm a watch guy, you know what I mean? So I'm never going to wear an activity tracker in lieu of a watch. And a lot of people do. A lot of people wear like the Apple Watches, and they're great. They tell time. They serve a purpose. And if you're not really a watch person, could be your sole watch, right? But for me, I wear it on the opposite band. And the nice thing about the Wyze band is that not only is it super affordable, it's fully featured, and it allows you to wear it on either arm. So for me, I just wear it almost like a bracelet. Now, is it the most flashiest thing in the world? Absolutely not. But it is purpose-driven. And being that I've been starting to kind of get back into working out with this whole COVID pandemic, I can't really go to the gym. So I do a lot of stuff at home, my driveway, using body weights, running, just moving, basically. As long as you keep moving and you limit what you're taking in versus what you're burning, you're not going to have a weight issue. Now, no, that's not, again, this video isn't about nutrition. I'm no expert. I'm no bodybuilder by any means. I just do what makes me feel good and kind of just find the balance between being able to eat what I want and being somewhat healthy. Optimum weight for me is really about 160 pounds. But in order for me to do that, I have to be on at least a 4 to 5 day workout program. Generally, I would always be a weight guy, but I've been incorporating running. The only problem is with running, it's really hard on your joints, at least on my joints, my legs. Cardio doesn't really hurt me. It's the pain on the legs. So either way, this allows me to track my runs, my workouts, and it does it pretty well. It tracks your sleep, and a lot of this information, I used to kind of, and I don't want to offend anybody here, okay? So I used to kind of laugh at some folks who, how do I word this correctly, who would wear something like this. Let me just first start. Whatever helps you to become healthier or feel better is a good thing. But I would watch a lot of people wear these things and kind of just move around and use this as an excuse for working out, like in lieu of working out. And I just feel like this is a great way to know how active, how much you moved around throughout the day. Remember, this is a tool, and this is not designed for you to say, hey, I got my 3,000 steps in, and that should replace working out. At least not in my opinion. Now, for me, I've never loved working out. I've never had a love of it. I've always done it more out of necessity. Some people absolutely love to work out. I'm not one of them. I don't really like to run. I like the feeling I get when I'm done. But this allows me to basically keep track of how many steps that I did, how much I moved throughout the day. Keeps track of my heart rate. Now, I will say that I have well, I'm not going to get involved in medical stuff, but I am able to track my heart rate. That's kind of a good thing, just kind of know where I'm at. Remember, getting your heart rate up, again, no expert here, but getting your heart rate up so it's going to burn calories. It's good to get your heart rate up, and this has many different tools just to help you. Remember, it's not meant for you to wear this and say, oh, I got my 4,000 steps today or 10,000 steps, and just be like, oh, well, I don't have to do anything for the rest of the week, or I'm working out. Everybody's body's different. Some people may have to move a lot more to lose weight. Genetics plays a huge role. Genetics and nutrition. So. I didn't want this video to be all about working out, because it's not, and there's lots of other people you should listen to besides me. I love my pizza. So, but it is a tool, and I think that for the price point, I think it's a tool that can really help a lot of people. It has a lot of different features. Really, for what you're paying, it really is a no-brainer. So again, I'm just going to show you the box real quick. A little bit of information right off the box. You have your model number, your input voltage, all that stuff that really nobody cares about. It does have a lithium-ion battery, and it does have an AMOLED, I'm not sure exactly how to say that, LED screen, silicone band. The band length is 5.7 to 9 inches, so if you have a larger wrist, this will fit you. And it does have a waterproof rating of 5 ATM, so you can shower with this. Now, I haven't tried doing that yet. I just take it off, but it is nice to know that you can get this wet. So let me just pop it off here. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. And it's pretty, basic. I'm not sure, longevity. You know me with silicone. I'm never really a huge fan of silicone straps. I just don't feel like they last very long. We'll find out with this, but the price is so good that you could easily replace this should you have an issue. I don't know if you can get a replacement strap for it. For the price point, the strap would have to be pretty affordable for me to warrant spending, like maybe $10 on it, $5 to replace it, when you can just buy a whole new one. The screen is fantastic, and you do have some customizing options. This is really my second kind of digital smart type of watch. I did have an inexpensive one, about $15 off eBay years ago, and at my last job, they were really strict about looking at your phone and that kind of nonsense. Kind of treated us like 10-year-olds. But anyway, it was a nice way of knowing if I got a call or a text, it would just show me that. This doesn't have any kind of texting capability. The other one you could text. But this one here does have the ability to know if you received a message or notification. And in the app, you can actually select several different apps to give you notifications if you want to be notified anytime you get an eBay notification. Whatever basically your phone will give you as far as notifications, you can set this to give you a notification as well. Some of the ones that I have programmed on here is basically not email, because I get way too many emails. I don't want this thing going off all day long. One thing I don't do is communicate. I'm not really a really big social guy, so text messages, I do want that to come through here. Google Voice text messages, I do want that to come through here. Business, work related kind of stuff. I do want calendar alerts and reminders to come through here, and that's really about it. So let me just go through the screen here. So you just basically touch it right at the bottom to activate it. And you can set up different displays. It doesn't stay on that long, probably was about maybe 5 seconds. What's cool about it is that the battery life is fantastic. So I'm down to 61%. That does determine your battery life is going to be kind of linked to how many times a day this is checking your your heart rate. I have it set to do that every 10 minutes. If you set it for an hour, if you want to keep a kind of more of a spread out log, the battery life will be better. I charged this fully yesterday, and I'm down to 61%. So we'll see how many days you get on a charge. As far as the charging, they do give you the USB cable and, of course, this little clip. And this clip just basically clips right on the back of the device like so. And you plug this into any USB port, and it charges. Pretty straightforward. Simple. It works. The band, again, silicone. You can see the sensors on the back. And it's really comfortable. It's really lightweight. You just feel like you're wearing more of like one of those kind of rubber cause support bracelets you see everybody wearing, whether it be like breast cancer awareness or ALS, or they have the rubber straps. Kind of similar to that, and those are pretty popular. A lot of people show their support with those things. This is pretty cool. You can change the background display by going to the app, and this video isn't about the app. I don't want to get involved in showing you guys every aspect of it. I just want to give you guys a couple features, and you guys make determination whether it's something you want to add to your watch collection or to your life, to your lifestyle. So I'm a big rose guy, so I set this just with some black roses. It does come with some preset wallpapers. You can right when you go into the phone, it'll basically sync up. Whatever you do in the app will sync right to the device without you having to connect to it or anything like that. It just does it. The Bluetooth works in the background, which is fantastic. I, again, have the black roses, and you can set up a couple different displays as far as the time. I just have one set up on top. You can choose whether you want to display the battery life. So on mine, I have the battery life display, the time, and the day of the week. And of course, in the middle, this particular one has the amount of steps. So today, only 1,631 steps. Been on my computer a lot most of the day. Worked out yesterday. So really cool right off the bat that you could change that. Because when I first got it, I was like, oh man, you know, I don't want to have this, you know, this blue kind of like aurora kind of thing on there. I want something pretty simple. This is great. Put a picture of yourself on there if you want. As far as the features on this here, the menu, when you press it once, you'll feel it kind of vibrate, and that kind of unlocks it. And you could change a lot of these settings in the app. And when you scroll down, hopefully you can see this by the video here. It looks like it's a little bit blurry. It's probably focusing in on me, but you guys get the idea. You have tools, notifications, settings. It does have Alexa built in, which is pretty cool, which I'm sure I just alerted her. Find phone, heart rate, and weather, which I'm going to skip past because you guys know I kind of keep my location kind of a little more private, right? Find phone, the Alexa alerts, and workout, shortcuts, and your activity, and then your home screen. So let me just go back to activity real quick here. And you can see, hopefully you can see by the video here, you have your steps, you have, and the only downside I will say with this thing, I know they did it for this reason so that you can basically prolong the battery life, but unless you're really moving it, this thing, I think it's like a 3-second timeout time. It is kind of a pain. I wish it lasted a little bit longer, but anyway, it is what it is. It's, again, to preserve that battery time. So you have steps, blood pressure, or a heart rate, and of course, how much sleep you got. So this will track all your sleep, steps, your heart rate, all in the app. And the app is really fully featured. It's a pretty fantastic device. You know, I saw that they had this for quite some time, and I just didn't really see the use in this thing. What's also cool about it is that it'll detect when you're wearing it, and it'll detect when you bring your arm up with this kind of motion, and it'll automatically wake. So that's pretty cool as well. Again, only downside is that it just doesn't last very long on display. You kind of got to move it around to get it to activate again. So if I stop moving it, you'll see it turns off. But if I move, hopefully, yeah, with that kind of motion, as if you're looking at it, it thinks that you want to look at it, and you have to kind of turn it like your wrist is looking at it, and it'll wake. So that's pretty cool. Again, the other thing about it, you can set, this works with a lot of the Wyze products. So with your cameras, and I have a Wyze door lock on one of my doors, a Wyze deadbolt, courtesy of Wyze. This won't unlock your door, because a lot of times when it comes to smart home tech, voice control, and like the Amazon Smart Home Assistant, the Google Smart Home Assistants, a lot of them will only unlock and will lock doors, but they won't unlock doors. Kind of as a they don't be liable for maybe your door accidentally opening and somebody robbing you. There is a code with some different apps will work with that, but it'll ask you for your voice code. This doesn't have the ability to unlock, but as a shortcut, I did have the ability to program my Wyze lock, and the one option they have in there is to lock it. So if I'm leaving out the back door or whatnot, I can basically. Now, here's the thing. I don't know. You may not want to. I may not use something like this leaving, because you can just turn the lock and unlock it, right? But let's just say that you forgot, you got in your car, you want to pull your phone out real quick. You can basically scroll to the lock, any of the Wyze products, the locks, press lock, and it will lock the door for you remotely. So that's pretty cool, and it works pretty well. Sometimes with a lot of Bluetooth devices, there's a little bit of a delay linking up to your phone. A perfect example of that, what I found, is that when you have device, like when you're connected to my Wi-Fi network, it worked fine. But on the go, let's say I was connected to my cell phone or the cell towers for data. I found, like with the Amazon Smart Home Assistant, I have the Amazon Echo Auto. It doesn't always work great. And it's probably, I use Boost Mobile for my cellular service, and you know where I live, certain areas are a little bit shoddy. So it's all dependent upon that Wi-Fi signal. So I'm sure that's kind of an issue with that. With this, I mean, it seems to work really well. So not a lot of delay between when you press the button communicating with the phone through Bluetooth and then through the Wi-Fi network. So pretty cool. I didn't, some of the other features have to do with turning off notifications for your cameras. So if you have a couple Wyze cams and you want to go ahead and say, hey, I'm home now, I want to turn on or off alerts, I believe you can do that with that particular shortcut. And then, of course, you got your heart rate. You can set alarms to this. And a workout, when you're going to have a workout, this will actually log your workout for you by going into the app. So if you're just normally walking around, it's checking your steps, checking your activity. When you're going to work out, you want to log your workout, because otherwise it just thinks that you went on, a walk or you're just moving around. With a workout, it'll log that under a different heading under the app that you actually did do a workout, and it'll calculate how many miles, how many calories you burn. So depending on which workout you choose. And I know it's kind of hard for me to do this with you guys and show you guys the different menus on here, because every time I scroll through, it times out. But if you go to workout, it'll say indoor run, free training. Those are the only two options. So I was kind of surprised about that with that they didn't really have a lot of different workouts. So they only have indoor run. I found it was weird to have indoor run and just free training as opposed to like just run. Like, I don't see the difference between indoor run and outdoor run. It would be nice to have something that was more like maybe calisthenics, weights, that kind of thing. But I think as time goes on, they'll probably add new features with this thing with their updates. Wyze, like I said, is a pretty amazing company, and they really give you a lot of bang for your buck. I always call them like the Invicta of smart home and tech products. Because like I said, their smart home cameras are fantastic. 19 bucks. It's one of the best cameras that I have. It's way more reliable than some of my other cameras. And I've tested a lot of different cameras and worked with a lot of different companies, and they all seem to work. But with Wyze, they really give you a lot of bang for your buck with cloud recording. They give you a lot of extras that other companies don't use. And they're just all simple. They're easy to set up, and they just work. It's what you would expect, honestly, if Amazon was going to come out with something like this, or Amazon's come out with a door lock. I mean, it would just be affordable and really user-friendly. So just a few other options or a few other products that they're coming out with. Coming down the road here, I'm hoping to get my hands on it. I reached out to them recently for this, and they said that we're not working with any kind of influencers right now or YouTubers, but I anticipate in the future they'll probably do that again, maybe as we get closer to the holidays. They have a smart lock. They have their cameras. Now they have their outdoor cameras I like to get my hands on. The Wyze band, which is, I mean, I love this thing. It's fantastic. Then, of course, they have their new doorbell, and they have a set of headphones and the pan tilt cam. So I'll tell you, like I said, everything I've gotten from Wyze has been, again, easy to use, reliable, works great. And what's amazing is the price point. I mean, for $25 for this, it really is. I mean, there's not many brands can touch this. There are other ones out there. There's a few I looked at getting just for purposes of a video, like by Renfo and what else? iView, I think, has one. But I just know, I feel a lot of times when you buy some of those off-brands, some of those Amazon brands, again, nothing wrong with that. I've reviewed many. I just sometimes feel like, what kind of features does it have? Is it really going to work that well? But something like this, knowing that it was a Wyze product, I felt pretty good that it was going to be fully featured. Now, the last thing I want to share with you guys today is just the Amazon Smart Home Assistant that's included in this. Now, again, remember these things, this is not a quad-core machine running here, so it is very simple. But when you go ahead and I will demonstrate to you guys, what you do is when you want to activate Amazon, well, we won't want to say her name again. It'll give you the alerts if she's going to produce any. But you basically just press and hold the button. Turn off office lights. Turn off office lights. And there you go. So, I mean, it works fantastic. Only thing is, you can see there's a little bit of a delay. And let's see if it does it again here. I'm just going to press and hold. Turn on office lights. Try it again. Turn on office lights. So I may be doing that wrong. I might have been maybe you're supposed to. Again, I just got this, so you might be I'm not sure if you actually hold while you're talking, or if you press and hold and then let go. It seems like the second time it worked better. You press and hold, it says you have to wait for it to say listening, and then you basically say your command. So it's pretty cool that you can do that on the fly, because there's a lot of times where I'm like, you know, maybe I'm getting ready to come home, or I want to turn something on. I mean, in the home it's a little bit easier because you have all the, you know, Amazon assistants everywhere and you can just say it. But sometimes in the car, I know they have Echo Auto. I know I have that on one of my vehicles. But honestly, I haven't really used it all that much. I installed it and I just feel like it's not something that is, I feel like the Amazon Auto, you have to have it on that input, like on the stereo. Whereas, like, let's say you're listening to a CD, you're listening to, you know, USB or some media, and you want to go ahead and open your garage door. I don't know if it works with that one there. Or you want to, you know, activate something or ask for weather. You have to have it on the input or turn down your radio and have it hooked up to a second speaker. There are better ways of installing that. Totally different video. I don't want to ramble on too much about it because I am digressing here, but either way, I just think this is a great product, a lot of features, and it just works really well. So that's about it, guys. I mean, I want you guys to check it out first and foremost. If you have any questions whatsoever, again, I'm learning with this thing, so I can do my best to answer these questions for you. Anyway, guys, I mean, it's incredible that you can get stuff like this that works this well for this kind of price point. I mean, and that's the thing. See, a lot of times, a lot of people say you get what you pay for, and sometimes that is true, you know. I've had, just to give you guys an example, I've had like some of the iView products that I worked with them in the past. Some of their laptops, you know, they work, but they're not as slick. They don't work as well as, say, you know, my HP laptop or my desktop, you know. So a lot of times they kind of skimp on some of the processing power, you know, and I don't know, you know, what this uses as far as a chip or whatnot, but a lot of times more affordable devices, you are sacrificing something. With this, I just don't see any sacrifice in this particular product. It works good, and I think the reason it works so well is they've kept it very simple. And so, like I said, it's a great way to track your steps, great way to, you know, like I said, everything you do that helps you move around, be a little bit healthier. It's a tool. It's not meant as an answer for everything, but at least for me, I know today I've been kind of sedentary. I haven't been really moving around too much. This will also give you an alert. So if it detects that you're not moving very much, you can set the alert to give you a notification. Hey, time to get up and stretch, move around. It's cool. And like I said, guys, all these products, they're not meant to, you know, just, you know, remember, it does take work and dedication to get in shape. It does take work and dedication to watch you eat. All these things take work. Nothing in life is free. Nothing in life you know, doesn't take some sort of effort. With this is just a tool to kind of give you a little bit of a nudge, if that makes sense. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. I do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. I'll probably re-review this at a later date with a little more clear thought process about this. I just kind of threw the video up real quick because I'm just so happy that I got it. And like I said, it works really well. And also, just to be noted, there are a lot of band holes in this, so you can get this down to an awfully small wrist. I mean, I think they said 5.7. To me, that seems even smaller. So anyway, take it for what it is, guys. Again, let me know if you have any questions. As always, folks, have a wonderful day. Subscribe to the channel and take care.